Now, I would rather the story be that she fought the cougar and got away.
Now at 6, the hiker missing for 2 weeks found dead from an attack, and now the search is on for the cougar officials believe killed her.
And a local youth center under the microscope after accusations of abuse surface. We are breaking down those disturbing allegations. Plus
a scary situation in southeast Portland. Hear what the mother of the victim has to say about the man accused of breaking into an apartment and assaulting her daughter.
KOIN 6 News this morning starts right now with this weather alert.
And you're looking live right now at Myrtle Beach in South Carolina as Hurricane Florence makes its way over the Atlantic Ocean. Pretty calm right now, but that's about to change. More than 1.5 million people have been told to evacuate, and that dangerous storm is expected to get even stronger as it gets closer. Thanks for joining us at 6 a.m. on this Wednesday. I'm Jenny Hansen.
And I'm Trevor Alden for Ken Boddy. We want to get straight to your forecast with meteorologist Kelly Bayern because there's just so much weather activity happening. Kelly, I know you got your hands full. What's the latest?
For us, not much out there. Most of that activity again in the Pacific, out towards the Hawaiian Islands, but also out in the Atlantic as that Hurricane Florence moves towards the Carolinas. That's expected to make landfall by Friday morning. For us, though, we are tracking a few light showers out there. Portland looking dry at the moment. Cloudy skies for us. We may see some active weather again heading into our afternoon. A chance for isolated thunderstorms out there from the afternoon, about 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. out there. Spotty showers also today. Sun breaks in there, so big mixed bag of weather, and temperatures should stay cool into the weekend. Here's a check of our bus stop forecast. We'll see temperatures in the mid to upper 50s heading into today. Cloudy skies and temperatures this afternoon ending in the upper 60s, so cooler day. Isolated showers. We'll talk about how long these showers should last this week, but also a deeper look into those hurricanes and their tracks as they make land both in the Pacific and the Atlantic. And my full forecast in just a bit. Carly.
Well, we've got a report of a rollover crash. I told you about this earlier. It is on Burnside near Barnes Road, pretty much near the turnoff to head up to Pittock Mansion. So Burnside is blocked right now because of that rollover crash. This is Sandy and 87th where we have a report of a crash as well. Traffic on I-84 eastbound is slowing a little bit trying to exit 181st here, and that is because of a crash involving a semi-truck and a vehicle there on the exit ramp. Now it's partially blocking the right side of the ramp, so traffic is slowing to get by on the left-hand side. This is I-5 southbound with a delay, and it's 11 minutes from SR 500 to the Fremont Bridge. I-84 westbound, a little bit of slowing there, 6 minutes in from I-205. A 5-minute drive, though, on 26. That hasn't slowed. I-205 southbound looks great with 11 minutes through Oregon City and West Lynn.
Through her entire life, beginning to end, she lived it fully.
The family of a missing hiker found dead from a suspected cougar attack says that she lived life to her fullest on her last day. Now, the body of Diana Bober was discovered Monday off Hunchback Trail in the Mount Hood National Forest, but it wasn't until the next day her sister Allison learned the shocking details.
Oh, okay, so she didn't just trip and fall. She fought a cougar, and she fought pretty hard. They don't think the cougar came back. She died of her wound.
Investigators are waiting for DNA results to come back. With 6,600 cougars in the state, sightings in the forest, including that trail, are not uncommon, but the attacks are pretty rare. As a precaution, the trail will be closed, and Oregon State Police will patrol the area while a number of agencies work to find the cougar.
Been a very strange year for cougar attacks. This is the second deadly cougar attack in the Northwest this year. You might remember back in May, a mountain biker was killed in a cougar attack east of Seattle. Before that, though, the last deadly cougar attack in Washington was nearly 100 years ago. Moving to a crime alert for you now. A Portland woman was attacked in her own home by a stranger in the middle of the day.
Yeah, police say the suspect got into that apartment through an unlocked door. Now, joining us now, Elise Haas with details on this terrifying attack. Elise?
Well, it's a scary story. A 39-year-old man entered a home in southeast Portland and then sexually assaulted a woman inside. And officers first responded to this incident as a burglary around 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Monday. And police say that 39-year-old Damascus Menifee entered the home near southeast 160th Stark Street through an unlocked door. And When the officers arrived to the apartment, they learned that the suspect was inside with a woman who could be heard calling for help. Police quickly entered and took the man into custody without incident, and they also ensured that the victim was safe. The mother of the victim told us she was there when the man was arrested. And investigators say he sexually assaulted the woman while her mother, who was also attacked, ran for help. As you can imagine, her mother is devastated and speechless.
He was trying to take off her pants, and the police had arrested him, and I was holding my daughter right here. And I told him what I was thinking of him, and it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. There wasn't enough words to say how much I didn't like him.
He faces multiple charges, including rape and assault, and we checked. Menifee has a criminal history dating back nearly 25 years. He made his first court appearance yesterday, and as of this morning, he remains in Multnomah County Jail. Reporting live in downtown Portland, Elise Haas, KOIN 6 News.
Extremely difficult to listen to that mother talk about what happened. Thank you, Elise.
Well, we are digging deeper now into accusations of a Clark County Fire District 6 captain facing a sex abuse charge. The alleged victim reported back in May that Scott Taub touched her in a sexual way during a training exercise. Detectives cited him in August for sexual abuse in the 3rd degree. He was arraigned in court yesterday.
Developing now, an investigation is underway at the Clark County Youth Mental Health and Substance Abuse Treatment Facility after multiple allegations of sexual misconduct. The sheriff's office has been investigating Daybreak Youth Services, which is located in Brush Prairie, since June. The allegations include unlawful sexual contact between youth clients and unlawful sexual contact between a staff member and a youth client. Deputies served a series of search warrants yesterday looking for documents, video, and email records.
We did it fairly low-key to continue the operation so the kids could continue to go to school, get their counseling. We didn't disrupt services there.
Investigators are asking any former clients to come forward and talk with them. We'll keep you updated as we learn more.
More than 1 million people in 3 states have been told to evacuate as Hurricane Florence pushes closer to land.
This storm is continuing to grow as it picks up strength from warm waters in the Atlantic. In Virginia and the Carolinas, millions of people along the coast are doing everything they can to prepare before the powerful storm makes landfall. Many coastal towns have already instituted mandatory evacuation orders. One model suggests some areas could get as much as 45 inches of rain. The storm's expected to make landfall late tomorrow or early Friday. And Hurricane Florence is also impacting Wall Street. Investors are selling off property insurance companies and buying stock in home improvement companies and firms that sell construction supplies. Most insurance companies fell between 3% and 5% over the last week. Gas prices are also higher as investors anticipate gas shortages due to the storm.
I never really thought about that, but yeah, the home improvement companies probably see a huge bump during something like this.
Enormous demand for it too. I don't. You might not know this offhand. 45 inches of rain. How does that compare to like what we get in a year?
Yeah, it's nothing compared to that. This is going to be such a landmark event, and we're going to see devastation across much of that area, and not just rains, but storm surge. That's a big issue, and across those coastal areas where that storm does make landfall, we will see storm surge maybe up to 15 feet. So that is those ocean waters piling up and pushing onto land, and that typically causes about 50% of the deaths in a hurricane that do make landfall. So that storm surge is something that we're watching, but rainfall amounts 45 inches, probably isolated areas at the coast that get that, looking at about 20 inches still. That's a lot of rain for much of the region that that hurricane moves towards. Looking at this hurricane making landfall at about Friday morning, so early in the morning we may see that again. Here's the track. What's tricky about this is it's now diving southward, so this is just the average, that red line of the models here on the spaghetti plot. But as we make our way towards the weekend, we'll see this kind of picking its track here, but for now it does include the southern states, so we could see this dipping towards the south. And again, that's what's tricky about this hurricane. Currently a Category 4 with winds around 130 miles an hour. What we're tracking now for us in our region is this upper level trough here that is throwing some showers our way. So again, in Portland, a chance to see some showers out this morning, and right now looking dry, but we are seeing scattered showers out there. Very heavy rainfall in some parts, but so far cloudy outside. As we head towards the afternoon, we'll see temperatures today in the upper 60s. Carly.
Well, we have a traffic alert, and that is the rollover rollover crash that I told you about, and that one is on Burnside at Barnes, real close to the turnoff for Pittock Mansion. So Burnside's blocked right now until they get that cleared. It is a vehicle that's on its top. So here it is on the map for you again, Burnside near the turnoff for Pittock Mansion. You can see that I-84 eastbound is looking better than it was earlier. There was a crash on the exit ramp to 181st from I-84 eastbound. That cleared, and we're no longer seeing the congestion trying to exit there like we saw earlier. Now here are the latest drive times. I-5 southbound 18 minutes in from Vancouver. The I-205 southbound commute 11 minutes.
Thank you very much, Carly. It is 6:10, and there's a lot going on in Clark County over the next few weeks.
There really is. A Northwest Natural Parade of Homes kicked off last week. Cor Harlan is live this morning with a look at all the cool homes and what they have to offer this year. Cor?
Oh man, there are 10 custom homes out here that are on display this week, and they are really something special. You know, I asked one of the builders last hour, what do people come out here for? People come out here for a variety of reasons. Sometimes it's just to get away from their kids, believe it or not. But other folks are trying to decide whether to remodel, whether to build a new home. They're looking for some design elements to remodel into their own home. They may be looking for a builder to put something together for them. So there's a lot of reasons to come by out here. The homes, as you can see here, I'll step out of the camera shot, all of these things have just beautiful curb appeal, including we're going to show you in about a half an hour home number 10. That is the Timberline home, built Victorian construction. Front door, and you're going to get a big surprise when you walk in the front door because there is something really neat to see out here. The Northwest Natural Parade of Homes out here near Camas Meadows Golf Course. It's going to be a little bit wet, but they've got everything covered for that. No problem coming out here in the rain and walking through some of the homes here. But just a neat place, Trevor and Jenny, to come out here, get some design ideas, check things out, kick the tires a little bit, meet the builders, and again, get some ideas or just get some inspiration or just kill an afternoon checking out some of the newest homes out here near Camas Meadows at the Northwest Natural Parade of Homes.
Yeah, I always get kind of home envy when I go out to those.
Right,
So.
it just makes you feel bad. Yeah, I would be like, oh, it'd be nice to own a yard. You're watching KOIN 6 News at 6:11.
That's right, and I'm sitting down with a local man who's turning the most devastating thing that happened to him into good for the community. That's right after the break. Stay here.
Welcome back. You're watching KOIN 6 News, watching out for you.
It is 6:15, and a Beaverton father is taking the darkest period in his life and turning it into something that will help local children. His wife passed away earlier this year due to an illness, and the softball community rallied around his family. Well, now he's giving back. Pacey Labor just turned 1 year old, and while she was born early, she's now thriving. But one very important person was missing during her birthday celebration.
Ashley got a blood infection that shut her organs down. In post-pregnancy, she had some bleeding that led to E. coli.
Pacey's mom, Ashley, passed away several months after giving birth because of the infection. It was unexpected and devastating for Matt and their 2 daughters, Pacey and her 7-year-old sister, Peyton. But he knew Ashley, who coached softball, would want him to keep moving forward.
I think the biggest thing for my family is keeping her memory alive. She was very devoted to children, being a mentor to youth, as well as foster children.
That's how the idea was born for the Ashley Labor softball tournament, after the softball community rallied around the family, even wearing helmets with Ashley's initials.
Her softball team was very supportive during the loss, so I think that helps. I think sports in general, having that sportsmanship and people around you to kind of carry you through a dark time.
The tournament will benefit 3 organizations she supported, and money raised will also go to the Maddie Higgins Scholarship Foundation. Maddie was a softball player from West Lynn when she was killed in a car accident in 2014.
You see that?
Matt hopes to make the tournament an annual event, and that someday both of his girls can play in honor of their mom.
Ashley is just an amazing person, and I'm focused, and we're focused as a group on keeping her light burning with how strong she was and the love she had for our youth.
Well, that tournament is September 21st through the 23rd, with Portland State playing the showcase game against Concordia that Friday night at the Hillsborough Stadium. Teams from all over the Northwest are playing in that tournament. We have a link on KOIN.com. And like I mentioned, she died just in April, so it's amazing that he's really moving forward and doing all of this.
Pretty astounding.
Yeah.
Hard enough just to grieve.
Yeah.
Well, KOIN wants to know now what's being done to clean up trash at a local park.
Yeah, we have video of the campsites at Arnold Park near West Minnehaha neighborhood in Vancouver. Now you can see all of the clothes and plastic and garbage, so much that some people are calling it environmental terrorism. A few of the campsites line Burnt Bridge Creek, where people say human waste goes into the water.
What's happening is we're having large camps or communities established. The land gets degraded by them packing it down, cutting trees, starting campfires. We've had numerous fires. We've had large collections of garbage.
And KOIN 6 News reached out to the city of Vancouver to see what's being done to clean up the park. We've not heard back, but when we do, of course, we'll be sure to bring you the update.
That is gross. Voters in Washington will decide on a first-of-its-kind direct fee on carbon pollution. If it passes, Initiative 1631 would charge industrial companies that use or sell fossil fuels. The fee would start in 2020 at $15 per metric ton and increase $2 a year. Supporters say if the measure passes, it will fight climate change, and opponents say consumers will end up paying higher energy costs.
All right, 6:18. Want to take a look at your weather and traffic right now. And I was very excited as I drove in today, and it was raining. I know Trevor, not so much a fan, right? You said you didn't.
I mean, I don't have a car, so I don't have a roof to keep me dry.
Well, you did,
You're across the street, pretty much, aren't you?
I mean, for work, but I go other places.
That's
right.
Yes. Now everyone knows where I live.
I know. Thanks, Carly.
Doc Trevor.
Oh, boy. Just kidding.
Okay, well, we are expecting showers again today, so Trevor, out of luck there. But also across lots of our region here in the Pacific and the Atlantic, we're dealing with some tropical storms. Olivia now brewing out there and expected to make landfall sometime today, likely later this morning or the afternoon. Wind speeds now currently around 40 miles an hour, so winds not really the biggest issue with this tropical storm. More the rainfall that areas will see. Maui there, maybe up to a foot of rain through today. Honolulu 5 to 8 inches, so we're expecting to see some flooding inland and also at the coast with this system. And again, our Cole Miller is out there live. Here's Hurricane Florence. Look at this Category 4 hurricane turning out towards the Atlantic too. Again, this is sitting still off the coast. It's expected to make landfall by Friday early morning as a Category 3 as of right now. But what's tricky about this system is that its track has been changing. It's not including these southern states here. So again, this red line, that's just a model trajectory. Right now, the average of all the models, and it's pointing towards making landfall in North Carolina. But we could see this dipping down and striking even Georgia. So likely to not, but again, that's now included in the cone of uncertainty. So as we work our way towards Friday, we'll really see where this system pushes. But in all, wherever it hits, we'll see a storm surge likely of 15 feet or higher. And that is one of the biggest impacts that we see with hurricanes, and likely to see most of those casualties because of the storm surge. So what a storm surge is the ocean piles up as those winds churn and push waters towards the coast. So typically you get that normal looking storm surge, but as we head in with this hurricane, those winds really push those waters up to about 12 to 15 feet, expecting those rises in the ocean. So that just wipes out houses, and we're going to see lots of ocean waters pushing inland, just devastating the land there. Here's a look at our region, though. Cloudy skies, 57 degrees at the moment. Not much really out there for us. So we're seeing a few light showers, but heading into our day today, here's our rainfall futurecast. We'll see some areas of spotty showers out there and a chance for a thunderstorm or two again by the afternoon. Overnight tonight, we'll see cloudy skies and a chance for lingering showers, but overall picking up again heading into our Thursday. Here's a pet walk forecast. Say good morning to Bo. He's just hanging out and relaxing this Wednesday morning. Temperatures today in the upper 60s. We'll keep those temperatures later this morning in the upper 50s. Here's a look at our 7-day forecast. In the upper 60s by the weekend, drying out, and temperatures back in the mid 70s. Carly.
Let's get to those traffic alerts. We've got a couple of them. The first one, a rollover crash on Burnside at Barnes near the turnoff for Pittock Mansion. So Burnside blocked because of that rollover where a vehicle is on its top. There's also a report of a crash on Yeon at 26. And earlier I saw some flashing lights here, but now they're no longer there. So it may have just cleared. Traffic westbound getting through, though, because it's reported westbound on Yeon. This is I-5 southbound, backed up in Vancouver from SR 500 to the Interstate Bridge, but a breeze here through North Portland. No problems there down to the Fremont Bridge. 14 minutes from SR 500 to the Fremont Bridge on I-5 southbound. 26 eastbound is starting to see some delays right here around Sylvan. 6 minutes in from 217. 16 minutes on I-5 northbound and 6 minutes on I-84 westbound.
All right, thanks, Carly. It's 6:22. You're watching KOIN 6 News, watching out for you.
The number of jobs has risen significantly, and so has the number of workers quitting their jobs. We'll explore why straight ahead. Welcome back to KOIN 6 News this morning. It's time for your CBS Money Watch.
Diane King Hall joins us live from the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. Good morning, Diane.
Good morning, Ginny and Trevor. Well, U.S. stocks rose yesterday. The Dow rallied nearly 114 points. The Nasdaq gained 48. Job openings in the U.S. have reached unprecedented levels. The Labor Department says the number of openings in July rose 1.7% to almost 7 million. That's the most in 18 years. And the number of people quitting their jobs hit a record, topping 3.5 million. Apple is expected to unveil 3 new iPhones today, including its biggest and most expensive ever. Rumors on a variety of tech blogs suggest a 6.5-inch screen, up from the 5.8-inch screen on the iPhone 10. And U.S. businesses are teaming up to fight Trump administration tariffs. More than 60 U.S. trade groups are launching a new coalition today called Americans for Free Trade. Members of the group representing industries ranging from retail to farming are launching a multi-million-dollar campaign to highlight industries harmed by the trade war. Trevor and Ginny.
Hey, Diane, I want to point out, and there's a reason for this, we have the same dress on, only different colors. I know we've done that before.
What color are you wearing?
I'm wearing the light blue.
Ah,
yeah.
Okay. So we're in sync. We are in sync. Great minds think alike, they say.
Yeah, well, but I was going to say,
yes.
We all have our vices, and dress buying, definitely one of mine. Trevor knows it because he's seen me order them sometimes on the set. So how much do we spend on these vices? What are the latest numbers?
So according to Bankrate.com, Americans spend nearly $3,000 on things we don't need, like lottery tickets, specialty coffee, and dining out. The bulk of those expenses are spent on eating out, with most Americans dining out at least 2 times a week. Ginny and Trevor?
Buying dresses is mine.
Is buying dresses your vice?
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally would have guessed that.
Trevor, no. The things we find out on morning TV.
I know. That Trevor is crazy. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Diane. You look fabulous.
Who wore it best?
Well,
I hope our viewers
probably
sound
Diane.
off.
No, we don't want that to happen because I don't want to read the comments.
Right. That's probably a good idea. It's 6:28. You're watching KOIN 6 News. Watching out for you.
And a suspect is on the loose this morning, wanted for kidnapping and robbery. Coming up, what happened in Vancouver.
Also, we're live in Hawaii as winds are picking up and people scramble to get ready for the tropical storm Olivia.